79, take 1.
I am an action performer that was in the UK movie industry. I've been training martial arts for 8 years, which is Chinese Shaolin Kung Fu.
I'm the director on Kowloon Killers, and I have been a fan of Hong Kong action cinema since I can remember.
He contacted me through Instagram. I was really surprised for Liv, who is an English guy who shows his interest about Asian cinema.
I was about 8 or 9 and my mum weirdly recorded a late night screening of a film called Mr. Vampire. Not the kind of thing you show an 8-year-old kid. Hollywood action films after that were just boring.
For me to start martial arts, I think my main influence is Jet Li, because after I see his first film, Shaolin Temple, I was blown away by how he moves and a lot of the amazing martial arts stuff in there.
I'd been working with Tian and his team on a few projects, and we'd made a little short film called Resolve. Each project we try and make it a little bit different.
Leif would pitch the idea to us, what kind of idea he wants to shoot, or maybe what kind of genre he wants to shoot. We come up with the idea in the gym. After we shoot the previs on the phone, then it's like a video storyboard for all of us to know what the shot list is like.
I think when you're working with a low budget, a skeleton crew and limited time, you've got to be realistic, but at the same time you still want to be able to push it to make it look as if it had been shot on a lot more and give the illusion that it was a much bigger budget. I wrote the script in a couple of days because it's only 15 minutes. It's actually quite simple. I'd kind of revisited a lot of John Woo films and Wong Jing films, the late 80s, early 90s gunplay, triad-based gangster films.
Leif wanted to shoot this film based in Hong Kong. That was a challenge for us, to make something that looks like Hong Kong but is filmed in England. It
was very challenging, but we did it, and you know, there's always compromises, but that's just filming. We can think about the locations, so a Chinese supermarket, that could be a supermarket somewhere in Kowloon, and a set for the interior shots for the apartment scenes, and then have our exterior shots shot by a third party over in Kowloon.
Okay, we want to shoot in a supermarket, but we haven't got a location down for guarantee. So we just create loads of ideas, and we don't know how many days we are allowed to shoot.
I just had to be quietly confident and have faith that if we kept on trying, that we would get something, and we did. It was a little bit more difficult for this particularly because it was in a different language. So if it was in English, I know that the feeling, the emotion behind what's being said, the intonation. Vietnamese, I have no idea. It sounds good.
It was hard for me too, because I had to speak Vietnamese, and also hard for the actors and actresses because they were British born.
In the previs, we actually had about 10 minutes worth of action, which is like, you know, pretty much the whole film. For that reason alone, we had to cut back. Also, we shot this whole film in 3 days.
Thankfully, because we did quite a lot of rehearsal together, so we kind of knew what we were planning to do, so it really helped finish that fight scene.
Well, I think it's actually quite easy to direct the action in this because Tian and his team have been working on it for months, and they know exactly what they're doing. Truthfully, I actually put myself under a lot of pressure on the shoot day, because if we don't shoot everything in the time that we have, we don't have any money to shoot again.
He's very serious on set, and he doesn't want to like mess around on getting the shot. You know, sometimes when it's serious, everyone knows that get the shot right, then everyone just focus and do the work.
I just look so serious, and I'm not even blinking. I don't think I blinked for 48 hours.
Anyone who enjoys action in general, they would see this film as something enjoyable. It has drama, acting, and it has a bit of comedy. There's a mixture between like John Wick, The Raid, Donnie Yen, and Jackie Chan.
I was blown away about the amount of people who invested in this film on Indiegogo. Sadly, it wasn't enough. It was only half of what we needed. So I put my own money into this and had to sell a few things on eBay that I wasn't using. But it's all for this film, and I'm glad I did because it's worked out.
We had a very professional crew on set, and I'm very happy to have these people to work together. Also, this is the fact that everyone's working for free too, which is very difficult, for everyone to take their time off and make sure they are dedicated to this shoot. So for people to invest us and believing in us to make this project, then it's really touched my heart. That is just something that I'm very grateful for, and I would like to thank everyone to put something like this together. So that's something that I'm very happy and very proud of.